Talking to ourselves, it's something we all do. It's as natural as breathing, eating, or drinking. But what if we took control over what we say to ourselves? Imagine the impact if we could steer those inner dialogues towards something positive, something that fuels growth instead of holding us back. Most of us don't realize it, but our inner conversations are powerful creators of our lives. Ever heard the phrase, "As a person thinks, so are they"? It goes beyond just thoughts, it's the dialogue we repeat in our minds that shapes who we are and what we experience. Our inner conversations lay down tracks in our minds, guiding us either towards or away from the life we desire. To change direction, we have to let go of old patterns, or as it's poetically called, the old man. Think of it as a fresh start, a renewal of the mind and spirit. Speech, even the silent kind we keep within, is the mirror of our mindset. So, by shifting our inner talk, we can transform our world. Life is like a vast, magical canvas that we paint with our thoughts and words. The mind can imagine infinite possibilities, and every new direction starts with a new conversation. Once we understand this creative power within, we unlock a sense of purpose. Without that awareness, we're just moving through life on autopilot. Our lives, our stories, are all echoes of those internal dialogues. Whether we're conscious of them or not, changing the outer world without addressing these inner conversations is like fighting against the current. It simply doesn't work. Many of us loop through similar cycles of disappointment, thinking others or external events are to blame, when in truth, it often begins with the stories we tell ourselves. Here's an example. A young woman once shared her frustration about a difficult relationship with her boss. She felt he constantly criticized her efforts unfairly. After hearing her out, I suggested she look inward. What if her mental conversations were affecting his behavior? It turned out she had been mentally arguing with him, replaying negative thoughts all day long. She decided to try a new approach. Instead of replaying conflict, she began imagining that her boss appreciated her work and praised her contributions. And to her surprise, things changed. Her boss's behavior shifted, mirroring the new, positive inner dialogue she'd created. It was as if her attitude had sparked a completely different response. Whenever I see someone alone, I often wonder, what inner dialogue are they bound to? What story are they repeating in their mind? The path to a better life is found when we become conscious of this inner script. There's a part of us, our higher self, that yearns to shape our world in alignment with compassion, love, and purpose. The wisdom here is profound. We're invited to be imitators of the divine. So how would we do that? Well, we're told that the divine speaks things into existence, calling the unseen into reality. That's exactly what the young woman did. She chose to imagine praise and kindness from her boss, and soon enough, it became her reality. Our inner conversations are like mirrors, reflecting the lives we're living. The words we carry within shape our world. They are our personal revelations, creating every circumstance. Ancient wisdom tells us, every idle word we speak, we will give account for. That doesn't just apply to spoken words, but to our inner dialogue as well. These thoughts don't simply disappear into the past. Instead, they move forward, shaping our future. Think of it this way. Each inner word you send out will not return empty. It will accomplish something, whether you intend it or not. So, if you wanted to support a friend, you could visualize their happiness and success, almost as if you were there with them, congratulating them. By mentally hearing their joy, you are sending powerful words of encouragement. And just like that, those words become seeds for reality. It's all happening now. Now is the moment that matters. Even if you don't see immediate results, the inner work you do today sets the stage for tomorrow. When we truly listen, when we hold an inner vision as though it's already happening, we're actually setting the conditions for our future. Relationships, events, and circumstances are the words we've made visible. All too often, we unintentionally limit the kindness or generosity of others through our fixed beliefs about them. Our attitudes take shape in our minds, transforming into inner conversations. But when we start from a place of fulfilled desire, mentally imagining and engaging with that reality, we're consciously creating our world. This power to shape our lives lies in the art of controlled inner speech. When you practice this, you experience an amazing truth. You can begin to tell yourself, I saw this happen before it came to be. By channeling your thoughts and emotions into positive visions, you'll gradually watch them turn into your reality. The possibilities are limitless. So, what do you want in life? Do your inner conversations reflect that aim? They need to, for in order to walk the path you desire, your thoughts and aspirations must align. The two who must walk in agreement are your inner conversation, and the life you want to create. With every step forward, we can consciously use our imagination to envision our dreams fulfilled. This practice is about carrying on inner conversations that match your desires. The right inner speech is simply the one that aligns with the life you dream of living. The ancients understood this deeply. They said that mind and speech are humanity's greatest gifts, the tools that bring us closest to the divine. When mind and speech work together in harmony, we create a life that reflects our highest potential. To put on the new self, as wise texts teach, means to change your inner conversations, to renew your mind and spirit. It's a transformation that begins with language, with the words you nurture inside. Changing your inner speech is changing your mind and ultimately your life. One prophet described it beautifully. The Lord spoke through me. His word was on my tongue. This hints at something powerful, that our inner conversations are not separate from the divine. They are, in essence, the creative voice that shapes our reality. Our words, our inner dialogues, are what bring life into form. We are told, the word is close to you. It's in your mouth and your heart so that you may act on it. Life and choice are ever present, and we can choose thoughts that uplift, that lead to blessings, that align with life's goodness. What we hold in our minds will eventually be reflected in our lives. Our futures are crafted by today's inner conversations. Just as seeds yield their own kind, so do our thoughts and words. If you want to see success in your life, plant the seeds of success in your mind first. The ideas we choose to accept as true are the sparks that set our realities in motion. The truth isn't about rigid facts. It's about the strength of our imagination. For example, when a person assumes unfairness in others, that assumption often becomes reality. But when they change their view, the behavior around them changes too. This proves that even a false belief, when held firmly, can become fact. Our minds work according to our assumptions. To experience success, we must first assume we are successful. This doesn't rely on the evidence we see now, but rather on the power of persistent belief. No matter what the world around us says, if we stay loyal to an empowering assumption, it will eventually come to life. Remember, signs follow beliefs, they don't lead them. By embracing a new self-concept, we transform our inner speech. This internal conversation, our Word of God, is the basis for creating a new version of ourselves. Although unheard by others, it shapes our future more effectively than any promises we make out loud. Our dreams are waiting to be born, but unless we nurture them from within, they remain dormant. To bring them to life, we must clearly envision our desired selves and live in that imagined reality with full faith that it will find expression. The test of any belief is in its application. Life is a training ground for refining our imagination, and we can reshape it according to our desires. If we want peace and success in the world, it begins with eliminating inner negativity, thoughts of envy, resentment, or criticism that fuel future conflicts. Through habit, many of us cling to these inner grievances, but they only serve to perpetuate our struggles. Transforming ourselves requires us to focus on phrases that affirm our ideals and repeat them until they influence our inner state. When we hold firm to noble convictions, they can't help but materialize into objective facts. Everything begins within, powered by our internal conversations. The great key to success lies in a controlled, inner dialogue that aligns with our deepest desires. To gain what we seek, we must release the limiting narratives of our past selves. The time is right for us to consciously create a heaven on earth, by intentionally imagining only that which aligns with our ideal. By using our imagination on behalf of others, we're actively bringing about positive change in their lives. Always approach imagination with active, participatory engagement, not passive observation. Extend your senses, imagining that you are seeing, hearing, and touching what you desire. Become intensely aware, giving your imagination all the shades of reality until you feel the relief of accomplishment. This is the essence of purposeful imagination. This form of imagination isn't simply daydreaming. It is the gateway to reality itself. Through imagination, we cross the limitations of our physical selves and step into our dreams as if they are already happening. Imagine the distant as close, the future is now, and observe your inner conversations. When you're speaking to yourself as you would if your desires were already fulfilled, you've succeeded. Our inner dialogues and moods reveal what our future holds. All that we encounter is a reflection of our word made visible. If we're not satisfied with our current circumstances, it's a call for a change of diet for our minds. Life is sustained not just by physical nourishment, but by every thought and word that flows through our minds. Recognizing that our inner speech is the mouth of God, we should choose to feed our minds only loving, noble thoughts. Allow love to guide your aspirations, lifting you to all that is good and worthy. Let your mind become selective, drawing only on thoughts that build a positive, meaningful world around you. Through intentional, loving, and empowering inner conversations, we harness the true creative power within us. By aligning our inner speech with our highest ideals, we shape our reality and open ourselves to the limitless possibilities of life. The world we see is but a mirror of the thoughts we cultivate. So choose words and beliefs that lift, inspire, and transform. As we nurture noble thoughts within, we actively participate in creating a life of purpose and fulfillment. Embrace this inner power, for in mastering our thoughts, we master the art of creating heaven on earth. Thank you for joining me on this journey to mastering the power of our inner conversations. If you found value in this message, show your support by liking and subscribing so we can keep bringing you insights like this. And share in the comments what resonated with you most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember, your words shape your world, so choose them with intention. Until next time, keep creating the life you desire.